Today, we are doing the most requested thing for the Evo 9, and that is the headlights. Now we have two different options. Option one is to go ahead and fix up these current headlights for some reason, and if this is your style, I'm not knocking it, but it ain't my style. If you can kind of try to see through the crustiness of the lens, somebody paint matched the housings on the headlights. In my opinion, it ain't right for an Evo 9 or any Evo for that matter. So we could pull these things apart, black out the housing, clean up the lens, or we can skip pulling them apart and go ahead and go over here to the table and install my JDM headlights I've had laying around forever. As you can see, the lenses are also very crusty on these, but then we won't have to pull them apart. All we will have to do is clean up the lens. It's already got the black housings. They are JDMs, so they have the amber down there. I think we should install the JDMs. Now, if that doesn't completely transform the front end of the Evo 9, I don't know what will. We need to pull off the bumper, and then there will be 4 bolts for each headlight, and we can get the crusty blue housing headlights out of here. Now you guys might notice the valve cover is no longer red. Earlier today, I went through and stripped the red off and applied what is called forged charcoal is the color from prismatic powders. Man, that looks so much better, and you guys tend to agree. Alright guys, before these headlights go on to the car, we're going to be installing new bulbs, and we need to rewire the fog lights on the chassis side of the harness. These are of course HID just like the old ones, so the low beam and the ballast and all that, that's going to stay factory. For the high beam, I really like these bulbs right here, the extra vision. High beams on the JDM headlights take a 9005. And man, these things are pretty freaking bright. So this right here is the high beam bulb. Just go ahead and pop that out. And the new one simply just goes in and clips in. Good to go. Now for the fogs, you already know, man, we gotta go yellow on the fogs. We did yellow on the fogs on that car, and I love it. Not only does it look beautiful, but yellow in fog actually does help tremendously. Fogs on the JDM headlights take a 9006, which is also an HB4. Same concept. Set her in, twist it sideways, and she locks in. So all the bulbs are installed. Like I said, we're keeping the factory low beam HIDs that are in here, and the OEM ballast are pretty solid. Now these guys right here, these are for the fog lights. So the JDM headlights require the 9006. Now if you have a US model car, like probably all of you guys do, including me, the factory connector on the USDM car is an H11. So we have two options. We can cut and splice this in. We can do it much better. We can depin this, depin the car, plug the pins from the car into this connector. So there's no cutting, no splicing. Effectively, it'll be factory just like the JDMs. You already know that's exactly what we're gonna do. Disregard everything I just said about the fog lights. For some odd reason, even though the OEM headlights have the fog bulbs, there is no wiring, there's no connector, and there's no fog light switch on the Evo 9. Very, very confusing. Not sure what's going on here. From what I understand, if your car has HIDs like the Evo 9 does, and that's confirmed this is an HID car, it's going to have fogs too. So it has the HIDs and it has the fogs on the headlights, but for some reason it doesn't on the chassis side. A little bit confusing, not really sure what's going on, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we won't have our yellow fogs. Let's go ahead and get these installed on the car, and then we can get these lenses cleaned up. It's much easier to do while they're mounted instead of trying to just do it on a table. Running into another little funny situation. So here's the Evo 9 headlight plug. Of course, connects right there. Now on the JDM headlights, it is much, much bigger. Not sure why, but it's easy fix. We just pull the harness off of the US and put it on the JDM, and that should fix that. First headlight is on and looking mighty fine. Now it just needs to be cleaned up. Both of the lights are now installed. That already looks 1,000 times better, but let's make it look 2,000 times better. Also, I did replace the hardware, the OEM, with some beautiful JDC titanium hardware. As always, I'm going to be using the Cerakote ceramic headlight restoration kit. This is a 3-step process. So we have oxidation remover, and then we sand them, and then we finish it off with the ceramic coating, which is like a clear coat. The first headlight is now refurbished on the lens. That's how she looked before, and after the Cerakote headlight restoration kit was used, that is how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that one out, and we can get the bumper reinstalled. My goodness, headlights are one of the most important things when it comes to building a nice car. Got a long ways to go, but dude, those headlights completely changed the front end of the 9. That looks so good. Now I did go ahead and add in some amber side markers as well, just because with the JDM headlights and the taillights, they both have amber. So I think it just flows properly, and I think it looks really, really nice against the blue paint. All right, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I wish I could have showed you the fog light section. It's pretty fun depanning the factory connector and putting the proper JDM connector on, but unfortunately for some reason this car is just missing the connectors. If you want to pick up a set of these headlights, I'll go ahead and link them down below. Trying to find them used is nearly impossible. Finding them new is like $2,000 plus, so I will link a new set down below. If you want to find a used set, maybe try eBay or the forums. Tune day is going to be tomorrow, officially tomorrow. It's supposed to be today. Nothing worked out, but it's going to be tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.